The Tale of the Wise Komodo. On a remote island surrounded by turquoise seas, there lived a mighty Komodo dragon named Raga. His scales shimmered like old bronze under the sun, and his heavy steps echoed like drums against the dry earth. To the smaller animals of the island, Raga was both a guardian and a warning. For everyone knew that the Komodo was the strongest creature in the land. But Raga was not cruel. Though he could strike with terrifying speed, he chose his battles carefully. The other animals respected him, not only because of his power, but also because of his wisdom. One season, the island suffered a terrible drought. The rivers shrank into muddy pools, and the grass turned brittle and gray. Food grew scarce, and the animals became desperate. The deer fought each other for scraps of leaves. Monkeys stole whatever fruit they could find, and even the wild boars turned aggressive. The animals gathered under the shade of a giant tamarind tree to argue about what to do. "We should fight for what's left," said the boar. "Only the strongest deserve to survive." "No, we must leave this island and swim away," cried the monkeys. "But the sea is full of danger," the deer whispered fearfully. As their voices rose in anger, Raga stepped forward, his tail sweeping the dust behind him. "Enough!" he growled, his eyes sharp. "Fighting among ourselves will only destroy us faster. The drought is not an enemy we can defeat with claws or teeth." The animals fell silent. None dared to speak over the Komodo. "We must be patient, and we must be clever," Raga continued. "The island still has secrets. Somewhere, hidden beneath the rocks and earth, there must be water. If we search together instead of fighting, we may find it," the boar snorted. "And if we don't, we will waste our strength, digging for nothing." Raga stared at him calmly. "And if we keep fighting, we waste even more." Reluctantly, the animals agreed to follow Raga's advice. They began to search the island, guided by his slow but steady steps. Raga led them to a dry riverbed and sniffed the air. His tongue flickered in and out, tasting the wind. At one spot near a cluster of rocks, he paused. "Here," he said. "Dig." The animals worked together. The monkeys carried away loose stones. The deer scraped at the soil with their hooves, and the boar used his tusks to push the earth aside. Hours passed, and many began to lose hope. But Raga did not stop watching. Finally, the ground grew damp, and a trickle of water appeared. The animals cried out in joy and dug faster until a small spring bubbled forth, cool and clear. They drank deeply, their thirst finally quenched. That night, under the starlit sky, the animals gathered around Raga. "You saved us," said the deer. "We were foolish to think only of ourselves," admitted the boar. Raga lowered his great head. "Strength is not only in the body, it is in patience, in unity, and in wisdom. Remember this, for one day, you may need to guide others as I have guided you." From then on, the animals no longer feared Raga as a monster. Instead, they honored him as a protector and teacher. The drought eventually ended. The rivers filled again, and the island grew green. But the lesson stayed in their hearts. True strength lies not in domination, but in leading with wisdom and unity. Moral of the story: power without wisdom leads to destruction, but patience and cooperation can overcome even the hardest challenges.